What's up, Tiger Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of the Springfield Tigers. Every Tuesday night, come on down to the Tigers table at 7 o'clock. Cannot thank everyone here at the Tigers table enough. Melissa and Rob, obviously Tiffany and Debbie, for all they do for Tiger Nation and all of us at YSN. Coach's Corner, week 4. Join with the head coach, Sean Guerriero. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for doing it another week.
Another week. Tough one Friday night. Against a very good football team, a D3 team coach that most years it makes a pretty solid run in the playoffs. After you got a chance to go back and look at that, what's some of the things you take away from that football game?
Well, for us, just looking at watching the game, after, I felt like our kids did a very good job of playing 4 quarters. They played hard. Going into a team that's going to run that wing tee, they're trying to eat
Sure.
the clock and control the ball. I thought our defense played lights out. And up front, I thought they were solid and a good team. Kind of underestimated their backs a little bit. They had 2 or 3 very good backs, probably one of the better backs that we've seen throughout the season. Offensively, we did some positive things at times. We killed ourselves with penalties in the first half. Wasn't very happy with the way it was officiated.
No, we won't go.
Our kids right now fought through a lot of adversity and played 4 quarters. And for us, to go down even at halftime, we came down, we got a big stop. We went down and scored to tie it up. And then it was back and forth till I think they scored with 5 or 6 minutes left of the game. And we still gave ourselves a chance, to try to win it. Then we had to punt. Our defense goes back on. And they get a stop for us. We took 3 timeouts, and we got the ball back with a minute left and no timeouts. And it's just with no timeouts, and you're trying to push the ball down the field. It's hard. It's hard for anybody in that. And again, they were a good quality football team. So I was very happy with going there and taking the atmosphere of the playoff travel and being on the bus for an hour and a half. And I thought our kids dealt with that very well. And like I said, they played hard. So. Again, in games, you're always going to have, mistakes and things of that nature that we got to fix. But I feel like coming off Friday that we got better. We talked about the importance it was to get better from weeks 1 to 2, and I thought we did that. And then this week, I thought we'd get better. We just played a pretty, a very good football team.
Yeah, a very good football team. We talk a lot. Very good schedule. The first 3 games you knew were challenges. It's a good schedule, but a lot of positives in that game. Now you move against Waterloo. We'll have it for you Friday night. How's the week been? The heat? How are those things going?
Well, I think you got to be able to adjust that with our kids. Today we just went shoulder pads and helmet. It was hot, and I think our kids did. Overall, a pretty good job of being able to.
Yesterday they said an early morning, so that was nice on Labor Day.
Yesterday we started at 7:30, and the kids were ready to go, and we had a good practice there. We try not to beat them up too bad on Monday. We go through our new stuff and adjustments and anything we got to put in for the week. So that was all done yesterday. Today we go out and you try to fine tune some stuff and run it and see how it looks full speed. We cut down a little bit, through practice because it was, we were on the grass today, but it was probably 95 out
on
there.
The grass. Yeah,
so we give them a couple extra water breaks and things of that nature because you got to be able to manage the kids. And again, when you get into this where we've played 4 weeks, sometimes it's a little bit more important to make sure that they're fresh and you don't beat them down and stuff. In situations like this. So tomorrow, I thought our kids, handling shells and going out with, like I said, shoulder pads and helmets. We're going to do it again tomorrow.
Right.
And I thought overall it was a good practice. Tomorrow we'll try to get after it a little bit and go a little bit quicker pace to see, kind of like try to go game speed.
Right.
And then we'll peel back on Thursday. But I think our kids adapted to it well today. We practiced hard. And overall, it was a good one for us.
Well, they'll face Waterloo. We'll have it for you on YSN Live Friday night. So one of the things that impresses me about this group, they're pretty level-headed kids. Not too high, not too low. A lot of them have been through these experiences that they're going. They understand that, and you've said this, they learn from you. Playoff seasons aren't the first 3 weeks of the season. You want to play your best football down the stretch. The schedule will give you that opportunity with a lot of teams you'll be facing with good records that will help this football team. But what impresses me is how close they are as a group. They know when to have fun. They know when to get on one another. Connor, I had on tonight with Hayden. They know the importance, and they talked about watching the standards that were set from the years before when they were younger. That has to make you proud as the coach.
Well, when you say that, like I think I said this. I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks. This is the group that was the scout team for those runs. So I think they understand when it's time to, you know what I mean. We got to crank it up a little bit, and they're ready to play, and we have the capability of being a good football team. We just got to make sure we continue to get better. You know, I mean, week by week, and kind of add the stuff that we can kind of add to whether it's our offensive playbook or our defensive schemes, just to try to build stuff for those situations that you might need in the future. So with these kids, that like I said, for them to play like they did on Friday, going through some of that adversity, I give them a lot of credit, because for them to stay focused and just keep fighting and fighting. It's not for a high school kid. And then you know what I mean, if they get a first down or they give up a big play, or we get a big play and we get a penalty called on. I mean, it's hard to be able to. It's hard for me. You know what I mean, to be able to we just had a big play, and next thing we get a holding call or something that was whatever. So our kids stay focused. And I really think with the relationship with the kids, you kind of got to be honest with them. And again, if we want to go and play, you know what I mean, kind of schedule 3 teams that we think we can win,
doesn't help you.
It's not going to help us in the long run.
Not what you're looking for.
I think our kids buy into the long range goals of the program, and making sure that we're getting challenged on that. And that's some things that the kids kind of understand. I know that they get frustrated. We get frustrated as coaches when it's a lot of people here like, boy, you guys played hard and still want to win the game.
Right.
I mean, that's the ultimate
Sometimes
goal.
You do that, yeah.
But I don't.
They're expected to play hard. And I shouldn't say expected to play hard, but that's just who they are.
We're not trying to get moral victories and say, oh, we played really hard today, so that's okay. We want to get wins, and the kids are like that. But that's, I think, is going to push them to become the team,
no doubt,
by week, you know what I mean, like we talked about, by week 11 or 12, that we can become and being good there.
Well, Waterloo, week 4, we'll have it for you on YSN Live Friday night. Biggest key for victory number 2 against Waterloo?
For us, I think for our key, for myself, looking, I think our special teams got to get a little bit better. We gave up a little bit too much yardage on our kickoffs. That's something that we had to look into this week as a staff, and make sure that if we had to tweak our scheme or end up maybe moving some personnel, but we just got to make sure with the depth that we have, we got to make sure we continually put the best 11 on the field. Made a couple switches last week, which I think helped us, you know what I mean, in some spots. So we feel pretty good about that. But overall, for the keys for Waterloo, you know what I mean,
continue to be you.
Continue to run the ball. Continue to try to, you know what I mean, move the ball downfield in the passing game, and we're still going to try to take what they give us. But for us, it's still going to come down to special teams play and turnovers.
Well, they'll be at home Friday night, Coach. Nothing but the best. Best of luck Friday night. We'll have it for you on ysnlive.com, and we'll talk next week.
I'll be ready to roll, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.